Is Liberty Falls the worst zombies bonus map of all time?
Liberty Falls looks like complete garbage, dude. This map looks horrendous. I don't understand what they were thinking with this map.
Call of Duty fans are just not happy with this right now, man.
As soon as the live stream finished, I tweeted out saying, Liberty Falls, complete no holding back feedback, go. I do have to say a lot of the responses that we got on this tweet were just straight up negative.
You'd expect after 4 years of development that you'd get a better game that wasn't just a reskin of Cold War.
Now that there's been a trailer for the map and some gameplay for the map, all I'm gonna say is I'm disappointed. Now, first of all, no hate to any of those creators. I literally included myself in that montage. And second of all, I stand by everything that I said. I'm disappointed with what I've seen from Liberty Falls. Whether that's the small size of the map, the lacking atmosphere, the lack of difficulty, or even something like the fact that zombies have health bars. But as a whole, that means close to nothing. To truly understand why the community is so negative of Liberty Falls, let me ask you a question. Do you remember Shadows of Evil? November 6, 2015. The long-awaited Black Ops 3 released with 2 brand new maps. The Giant, a reimagining of Der Riese, and the Margwa-infested Shadows of Evil. Looking back at it today, Shadows is one of my top 3 or 4 favorite maps of all time, and people throughout the community are constantly giving it endless amounts of praise and attention. But was this always the case? No. Not at all. In fact, people were pretty apprehensive to Shadows of Evil, claiming that the witchcraft influences and tedious rituals were overbearing. People felt like Shadows wasn't really zombies, which is funny because people are saying the exact same thing about Liberty Falls. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not saying Liberty Falls will be just as good as Shadows of Evil. That's honestly super unrealistic. However, I will ask for the zombies community to give it a fair chance. With Liberty Falls out of the way, there's another topic of interest that is an important piece of the zombies community at this moment. Terminus. The reception of Terminus thus far has been pretty positive. Even with that, some fans have an overall negative outlook towards Black Ops 6 Zombies, which I personally think is unfair. But at this point, I think everyone should be honest with themselves in saying that the prime of Call of Duty Zombies is over, but that does not mean it cannot still be great. Now, if we pull the clock back even further to another map, we can learn a thing or two about managing our expectations. Transit is known today in sort of an infamous way. It has quite a unique reception in a way that isn't seen with any other zombies map. In 2024, most people agree that Transit is one of the worst Treyarch maps. However, I think most people still find a way to enjoy it. Whether that's nostalgia taking the wheel or its otherwise weird and unique gameplay style that the bus and fog offers the player. Whichever way it is, people enjoy Transit but also acknowledge its flaws. Now, why is Transit relevant to this video? Well, if we go back almost 12 years to November 12th, 2012, people had a different opinion of this launch map. It was universally loved and adored for all the risks that it had taken. Features such as buildables, the bus, and the biggest map ever seen truly overwhelmed new players in the best way possible. It wasn't until maps like Origins, Mob of the Dead, and even Der Eisendrache really showed the community how much better these ambitious zombie maps could be done. Shadows of Evil and Transit really served opposite roles in how they were perceived by the zombies community. Shadows went from universally hated to universally loved. Transit went from universally loved to universally hated. I say all this to remind you that expectations matter. Following Moon, Transit had some shoes to fill, and initially these expectations were met. Origins gave Shadows of Evil even bigger shoes to fill, and when Treyarch brought back something way off the wall, fans were confused and unsatisfied, claiming Shadows of Evil isn't zombies. But the thing is, zombies isn't one idea. It changes and evolves with every title, sometimes good and sometimes bad. Now, I'm not defending Treyarch for the lazy looking map that Liberty Falls appears to be, but I will say to you, manage your expectations. If you go into Black Ops 6 expecting the feeling you got when you played Kino der Toten for the very first time, you will be disappointed. Zombies has changed, and so have you. If you're a huge Zombies fan, getting BO6 despite the doubts you may have, drop your expectations and try to have a good time. If you're on the fence about getting it, wait to hear some trusted opinions. And if you think it looks trash, sit on your couch, boot up your Xbox 360, and play some Call of the Dead.